the beautiful Adria. And oh, wow, a powerhouse, a life coach, a workshop leader, mentors one-to-one, turning pain into resilience. And I love this catchphrase for you, silence into presence. Silence into presence. Powerful lady. She also, Audrey also helps us co-lead the performance section when we do performance in Evolve Your Visibility, because she is an amazing, ran away from the circus, opera performer, so many fucking feathers in your cap. Excuse my French, I get so excited to see you here. Welcome.
I'm delighted to be here, Sal. I cannot tell you, all of you, how much it makes me want to cry, how much you've touched my heart and my soul to hear your expression, the clarity, the beauty, and Sal, the space that you have held for this. I'm in awe. I'm just overwhelmed and thrilled from what I'm hearing and what I'm experiencing right now.
It is very exciting, isn't it, to be in a group of women who are
Is.
stepping up and claiming, really saying, this is what I do, and it's valid to want help and support in these areas and
Yes.
to value it. So thank you for seeing that and for being here. Tell us a bit about your magic. I mean, you've been had an incredible career, but what is it that turned you as well to say, well, hang on, this is what I want to do for me now, and how do you help others in that?
Well, let me try and condense it into a Reader's Digest
Can you
article.
condense that into
And
a social media post for me, please?
that's right. It's got to be really, really small here. But from the time I was 10 years old, I stepped on stage and I didn't know that I was running away to the circus. I didn't know that I was in an abusive situation. I had no idea. I didn't know any better. And that world was so much more beautiful. And it allowed me to scream in pain. And as long as I screamed on pitch and I followed the conductor, then I was safe and I eventually got paid for it. And so I didn't walk off stage until I was 50, but I was in Seville. No, I was in Cordoba and I was doing a Carmen and I heard a voice out of nowhere and there was no one around me because Carmen doesn't walk on until 20 minutes into the opera. I had my foot up on a ladder. I was doing my yoga and I heard, "This is the last Carmen you will ever do." And I went, "Oh my goodness, wait a minute. The last Carmen, oh, this has been my life. What are you talking about?" And everything in my body knew that I was hearing the truth. And I said, "Oh, am I going to go out there and sob the whole performance?" And I went, "No, you're a pro. Take both hands, get over yourself, go out there and do your job." And I did. 2 years later, I had wrapped up all of the contracts. I didn't sign anymore. And I walked off stage and I fell into this burnout and saying to myself, "Who on earth are you and what are you doing here?" And I started a business for my husband, not for myself. I started one for him. Of course, the one I was the one who ran it, and realized I became a teacher. I went to school and became a coach. I've been teaching at a university. I started teaching everything that I learned. But I also realized as I was going through this examination of where have you been and what have you been hiding from, to pull all the muck out of the mud, the stinking mud, and say, "I look at you now. I see you. And you upset me and you make me so frightened." And I faced it and I faced it again and again and again for about 20 years. And then realized, wait a minute. This man that I'm married to, who I thought was an alcoholic, he wasn't an alcoholic. That was his medicine. He was mentally ill. And my entire life, one more time, collapsed completely. I even had to let go of my business. He was arrested. He was jailed. I was fighting. You cannot put someone who is mentally ill in jail. You can't do that. But when I finally admitted, and Susan, I cannot tell you how you touched me. When I finally admitted to the nurses in the psych ward, I don't feel safe anymore. And instead of keeping them there for 6 days, they kept him there for 6 weeks until they found a place for him. And I began my own journey to freedom.
Mm.
And I stopped being a caregiver and I put these beautiful arms around myself. And I said, for the first time in your life, you're going to stop taking care of everyone. And what I learned is that we all shine. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be included. We want to be empowered. And all of us have that inside of us. And I
Mm.
am teaching that with all my heart right now, whether it's to a kindergarten student or whether it's to my university students or to my clients. Yes, it's presence, but the presence is all from inside out. You have the courage to face your fears
Mm.
and to understand how truly miraculous we are and how divinely connected we are and how powerful we are. And to have an opportunity like this, Sal, to listen to what I've been listening to, my cells are changed. I'm not the same as I was 2.5 hours ago.
Beautiful.
I'm thrilled to death. Yes, of course, I have a million modalities to teach, but all of it comes down to big love
It's
because
true.
all that I went through, I learned big love. I learned what unconditional love is now. I lived it. So now I'm in a
Really
very
love
different
that.
place.
I really love that your story, and you're such a beautiful storyteller, and to help other people to shine in their own storytelling and to own the very
To
messy
own it.
bits, the very messy
Yes,
bits that we often think. I just like the bravery and the courage and the vulnerability to say this is life on life's terms,
this
and
is
all of us have
all of
got
us.
something in the closet that we're not proud of.
Yes, all of us go
Look at
through
the nodding,
things.
everybody.
Of
And
course
so
we
get it
do.
out.
Everybody.
We don't need to pretend anymore. I'm sure this
No.
is a community of safety. And, we call our program Evolve Your Visibility, and Audrey helps people to get some presence. And there are tips and strategies, but you have to be willing to own what is not beautiful in the
Yes.
outside world,
To dance with your own shadow
to dance with your
and
own.
to embrace that and say, I see you and bless you because the refining fire that I have been through, I would not be who I am if I didn't go from the beginning of my life. Everything that I've gone through, I would not be who I am if
Indeed.
I didn't undergo it. It
And what
is
is the
refining
gift
fire.
you've got for everyone today that
Oh, the gift.
is
The
there a
gift I
gift
have
coming
today.
on you? I'm pretty sure you're giving a gift as well, aren't you, on the
I
page?
am, I am, I am. It's the instant charisma checklist.
Oh, I
And
love it.
yeah, it warms you up. It warms up the body. It warms up the voice. It helps you connect to something beautiful in your life. And it helps you walk on stage and command attention in less than 90 seconds.
Well,
And
I
it